Hi, my name is Uzo Aduba. I'm in Venice here at the Kirk Douglas Theater with Senate Theater Group.
Hey Uzo, thank you so
Hi,
much for
Kristen.
meeting with me. Tell me about your role in Venice.
I'm playing Anna Monroe, which is the mother of the two men, the two brothers that are fighting for power, and I play a peace leader who is trying to bring peace to the city of Venice 20 years before where the time that the play takes place. And my objective was trying to bring the two fighting sides together to understand that we don't have to argue, we don't have to fight, we don't hate each other for our differences. We can come together and find love and bring the city together to build a better, bigger Venice.
Okay, and you did this show. This is a new show. This is a new musical, actually. It's like a hip hop.
Brand new hip hop musical written by Matt Sachs, Eric Rosen, with additional music by Curtis Moore, that was done this past spring at the Kansas City Repertory Theater. It's really innovative and ambitious project, unlike anything I think the world has ever seen.
Wow.
I think Tap Magazine got it right with saying that it's going to blow your mind.
Yes.
It's not like anything that anybody's ever really experienced in the theater, with hip hop and musical theater and spoken word and opera and traditional musical theater, storytelling, but with this really new way that speaks to the way that people, kids, old, young alike, can appreciate.
Where, since we actually just met today, right, through a mutual friend.
Yeah.
Shout out to her.
Yeah, we say Seikon.
Yes, Seikon Sengbala, the wonderfully talented. But tell the viewers on the blog about yourself, where you're from, or just a little bit about your background.
Sure. I was born and raised in Medfield, Massachusetts, just outside of Boston, from Nigerian parents who immigrated here in the 70s. And, I have come from a large family. I've always loved to sing. I've always loved to act. Went to Boston University for that. And knew at an early age that I really loved the arts, but didn't realize that it was a profession that you could necessarily go into until one of my drama teachers one day approached me my junior year in high school and said, you can go to school for this. And a light bulb had gone off in my head, and I never even knew that such a thing existed or was even a possibility. Coming from a traditional family, Afro-Nigerian family, where it's like doctor or lawyer,
right?
Kind of, the paths that they try to drive you towards. It wasn't even something I knew was in the cards.
It wasn't even an option.
It wasn't an option, and it wasn't necessarily that it wasn't something they supported. It was just, I don't think, even in their imagination, for something that you could do. And therefore it wasn't in my own either, until it was really brought to my attention that this is something you could study and develop a craft on, be more than just a high school hobby, after school project that we were involved in. And it's my passion, it's my love, even more so now than back then when I was a 17-year-old girl, where I loved it for the purity, that innocence.
Yeah.
But now as I get older, it's like I have different experiences in the arts. And those experiences, both good and bad, remind me really of that purity every day, of that innocence, and how valuable and priceless it is. And I never want to lose it. I just want to hold on to it constantly, and how truly blessed and gifted this opportunity to be in this is.
Truly. Do you focus more on stage or television, or do you just kind of open to whatever's going on?
I'm open to whatever.
Yeah.
I've been in the stage primarily because that's all I've really had exposure to, and recently the desire has grown to really get into other mediums, just the little tastes that I've had with it. My curiosity has piqued, and wanting to know, okay, well, what is that about, and how can I try and master that, or what is it that I can bring to that? And the interest in that form of storytelling is also there because there's so much that you can do with it. You can do so many things just because, the access is there. I would love to do it, but my true first love, and maybe that's because it's the only something fell.
Yeah.
I've had a taste of has been the theater, just because it's so alive.
That's how I started too. I totally understand you there. You have an interesting name. You were just telling somebody the meaning of it. Can you share my viewers what your name means?
Sure. My name is Uzo Aduba. For short, it's Uzo. And the meaning of my name is the road is good in English. My family were Nigerian. We are of the Igbo tribes in Nigeria. And as with most African countries and names, they're given to children for a purpose, not just arbitrarily selected, because we like the sound, but because of what maybe came before that child's conception, what came during that pregnancy, and then finally the arrival of that child, what the parents feel that child should represent. And in the case of my name, the road is good. My parents had journeyed all the way from Nigeria, come to this country. My mom had already suffered the loss of one husband before my dad, and when she met my dad, and they fell in love, and she'd already had 2 children, and she was older when she had me. She had me, and my dad, coming from Nigeria, born of nothing, and came and working 50 hours a week when he's in school at university and 100 during the summer, and then finally meeting my mom. When they had me, they named me Uzo Aduba, the road is good, meaning the journey, all of that they had endured was worth it because they got me as a result.
Yes.
So that road, all of that strife, all of that trouble, all of that tragedy was worth it. It was good because it arrived at you.
Oh, I love that story. And that's so special to carry a name like that, knowing what that means.
Yeah.
I know you have to get ready for your preview. You have a fight call in like 2 seconds. But just for the viewers, for little chocolate girls out there, for wannabe actresses, for women who are in the field, who are frustrated or uninspired, any words of wisdom, could be anything.
Don't believe any of it. You are beautiful. You are worthy. You are everything that God intended you to be. You're worthy. And everything inside of you is entitled to and deserving of being featured. So no matter what you're seeing or thinking or believing, or led to believe, know that you belong. You belong. And your stories are worth telling. I love you all.